Welcome back. You're still watching S8 Today. Now we continue monitoring our traffic across the country as holidaymakers are still trying to get to their various destinations ahead of Christmas Day tomorrow. Our reporter Tumelo Machogo is monitoring traffic on the N4 toll road leading to Mozambique. Let's cross to him now. Tumelo, thanks very much indeed for joining us. How are things now?
Well, hi there, Peter. Here at Lebombo border post, most cars seems like they have already made their way into Mozambique. Earlier on during the day and also in the morning, that was when the traffic was actually backlogged. It was actually queuing. Cars were queuing kilometers and kilometers from this border post. But that's when Home Affairs and then other authorities here opened more offices to make sure that they process people passing into Mozambique and going to Mozambique faster, so that the people can go faster and get into the Mozambique very fast. But people have already crossed. It seems like most people have already crossed and have made their way into their holiday destination or make their way home already at this point. But let's speak more to the spokesperson here at from the road and community safety in Mpumalanga, Mr. Musi, that they just talked to us about the process that you guys have been doing. We see a lot of cars that are passing by, but still overloaded. Those seem to be the challenges that you guys have been facing.
Yes, thanks. We've experienced some challenges with regard to overloaded vehicles, which is why some of them, over 600, were impounded during the way bridge operations as they were coming through our various way bridges that are placed across most of the roads, including the ones on N4, Machado and Middleburg, as well as the one here in Komazi near Malelane. We also have another way bridge in Bethel, and also another one on R38 road, one that links Bad Plus and Mbombela. So far things seems to be going relatively smooth as compared to last year around about this time. There were huge backlogs last year, but then with increased number of service points by the Department of Home Affairs, people are able to be assisted quicker. Even the arrangement whereby people get assisted elsewhere on N4, those, especially the public transport operators, your buses and trucks, that has also eased the traffic flow here, because once they come through here, they just process through. They don't have issues with their passports. The other thing that we always encourage truck owners and drivers to do is to make sure that their documentation is in order, such that when they arrive at the clearing agencies, there are no delays, unnecessary delays that causes traffic backlogs. We are happy with the process so far, but we also believe that the law enforcement operations have played a major role. The cooperation between the officials at all our ports of entries, as well as SANDF, the police, and our provincial traffic officers, has played a major role in this regard, because we do not have many instances where people would generally misbehave on the road. But those who overload, they are obviously dealt accordingly with by our provincial traffic authorities. Others, we have seen them along the road as we are coming here to the border. There were several other vehicles that were stopped along the way. You could see that they've got mechanical issues, but it's such things that we need people to be wary of. They need to ensure that the vehicles that they take to the road with are fairly roadworthy, so that they are able to arrive at their destinations as safely as possible and much quicker than they are when they are not delayed by mechanical faults with their vehicles.
Okay, Musi, we talk about the N4 because it's the busiest road here linking Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and also Mozambique. But we know there's a lot of road construction that are also happening on the road. Talk to me about that, because it has also caused accident, especially last night. Talk to me about that.
Yes, last night there was a head-on collision between two minibuses. They collided late last night on N4 between Machado Dorp and Belfast. As a result, 3 people lost their lives in that collision, and 11 more sustained injuries that varies from serious to mild and slight. So we are appealing to motorists, those who are traveling on N4 coming to Mbombela, and those who are traveling from Mbombela to the other side, to be very wary and patient enough when they approach various construction sites on our road, particularly that one. It's not only that one. On any other road where there is construction, we are appeal to people not to disregard the signs that tells them that there are road constructions ahead. They need to reduce their speed accordingly and be prepared to be patient whilst they drive on those roads.
Okay, Musi, Musi is the spokesperson for the Department of Road and Community Safety here in Mpumalanga. Peter, we're just speaking to the police also over this morning, they were telling us that at least 7,000 people, over 7,000 people rather, have been arrested across the province for various crimes, including rape and other serious crimes that have been arrested. The police and the traffic officials are on the road also trying to make sure that people who are traveling on the road, they're also traveling very, very safe, but also trying to mitigate a lot of crimes that happens, especially during this time of Christmas. But we can see from behind me that most traffic has actually subsided. People can travel very easily. They can actually cross the border very easily here at Lebombo border post, because it was very jam-packed here in the morning. But right now things have subsided. But also I might say that it's because it's very, very hot. People, they actually wanted to travel as early as possible because they don't want to travel during the afternoon when the temperatures are very, very high. It's about 40 degrees right now here at Lebombo border post. So I think people also travel as early as possible so that they can avoid temperatures such as this one, because most people that are traveling to Mozambique, they understand that this area gets very, very hot at some point. But we can see that people have already crossed the border. They have already made their way to their holiday destination, and also some will also maybe cross overnight, because the Home Affairs here and the border post opens for 24/7 up until the 15th of January, so they can make sure that more people can pass through at any time of the day. Peter?
All right, Tumelo, we'll leave it there. Thanks very, very much indeed for that update. That's our reporter, Tumelo Machogo, who's at the Lebombo border post, and he's saying that most people have managed to cross the border and that there's a normal flow of traffic now going through the border. Meanwhile, transport